You are listening to Peak One Sports.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Night Football live on the Peak One Sports Network. I'm Ross Bates, joined as always by our Peak One producer, the awesome Ashton Nix, and our top-tier technical engineer, Tony Nix, as we get set for tonight's coverage of District 4, Class 5A, Division I, Texas high school football. Tonight, Halloween may have already come and gone, but we still have plenty of trick plays and touchdown treats in store for you as a ferocious flock of Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots fly into Ranger Stadium in far north Fort Worth to face off against a rugged and rallying Ranger team looking to ride Chisholm Trail into a potential playoff spot with a win tonight. Remember, folks, all of us here at Peak One Sports do this for you, the friends and family members of the players, the students and staff who can't make it to the game, and the fans of these schools, the fans of these players, and the fans all over of Texas high school football. Make sure you show your support. Hit that like or subscribe button. Make sure you get involved in the chat, and make sure you stay tuned, because when we return, we'll have the Pinnacle Bank pregame show, as well as score updates from around the area, and a weather check brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. Right before we review these two teams, right here on Friday Night Football, live on the Peak One Sports Network.
There are some things that every Texan holds close to their heart. ATM Live lets you make the most of those things by helping you quickly cover your banking needs. You can cash a check, make a withdrawal without a debit card, all with a live teller to lend a hand, and all without stepping foot in a branch. Because we know what matters most in this Texan life. After all, we're not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
With 2 decades of design and graphics experience, Apogee Graphics provides a wide variety of print options to meet your advertising needs. Visit apogeegraphics.com and take your vision to new heights.
Welcome back, folks, to the Pinnacle Bank pregame show. Pinnacle Bank is not just a bank in Texas, it's Texas in a bank. We'll start off tonight's pregame show while Chisholm Trail celebrates their seniors on senior night with a weather check brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. And with that weather report, here is Peak One's own weather expert, Bo Bates.
That fall weather has finally arrived as we currently have a temperature of 72 degrees, with the temperatures dropping through the game to an expected low of 69 degrees. Heavy cloud coverage and chilly winds are out of the east tonight at about 6 miles per hour, with gusts up to 10 miles per hour. So make sure to warm up with those blankets and hot chocolate while both of these teams are warming up on the field before tonight's game.
Speaking of warming up, games all over the area are heating up as we speak, and we'll be ready to update you with scores from around the area with Peak One producer Ashton Nix, also brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. So let's go ahead and toss it over to Ashton now. Ashton, do we have anything for the fans yet?
Well, obviously we have some Thursday night football to go over. One that's pretty close to here on the Peak One Sports Network. As here we cover Eagle Mountain, Saginaw high school games. So one of those teams in action last night on Halloween was the Saginaw Rough Riders, who they take out South Hills, a big district game, 51-7, and Saginaw moves to 9-0 on the season, and that's their most wins in school history, by the way. And that's a game we'll be covering next week, but I'll let you get to that later, Ross. And we also had Frisco against Reedy. Frisco fell 27-17 last night. And as for tonight, I'll be updating y'all for Arlington versus Grand Prairie, Colleyville Heritage versus Burleson, Cleburne versus Joshua, Eagle Mountain, another school we cover, as they play Mineral Wells, Venus versus Godley, Walnut Springs versus Milford, Mansfield versus North Crowley. And I'll also be updating us on the chat. So if y'all want to get in that chat, go ahead and give us score updates of your own. We'll definitely read them out. But back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much, Ashton. Hey, since we got you, how about we go ahead and just do a chat check, just real quick, to see who's tuned in, who they're rooting for, and if they have any shout-outs for tonight's game. Ashton?
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's in there yet commenting on who they're rooting for, but I bet you they will as soon as we start getting this game going. But go ahead and let us know who you're rooting for. If you are, obviously we're covering Chisholm Trail here, but if you are a Panther fan,
The Parrots.
Parrot fan, I have a tongue twister, a Parrot fan, go ahead and get in the chat and let us know as well, because the last few weeks we've been seeing just as many opposing team fans as we are for the teams we're covering.
Yeah, very good point. And as you know, if you've been following us this season, you've seen we've had people from all over, Ashton, that chime in the chat. We've had them all over the United States. We've had all over the world, really. So very excited that you guys could join us. And just a reminder, folks, we love seeing all of our viewers involved in the chat. So don't forget, hop in, let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. And if you do, we might even get you a shout out on the air to say thank you for your support. When we return to the Pinnacle Bank pregame show, we'll take a look at these two teams playing tonight to give us a glimpse of what they may have in store, as well as a quick look at the rosters before kickoff here on Friday Night Football, live on the Peak One Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hello, fellow dog lovers. Korri Bennett here, owner and head trainer at the Dapper Dog Academy, located in Cleburne, Texas. As a passionate dog enthusiast, I've dedicated nearly 10 years to helping you and your furry friends achieve a happy and harmonious relationship. Whether you are seeking basic obedience or have specific behavioral goals, I tailor each training session to meet the unique needs of your pup. My goal is to make training an enjoyable experience for you and your dog. Contact the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook or at the number below and let us help you bring out the very best in your furry family member.
In a land far away, where creativity knows no bounds, there's a place where your imagination comes to life. At Apogee Graphics, we transform your ideas into stunning reality with top quality prints and 3D creations. Whether near or far, let your story unfold. Apogee Graphics. Take your vision to new heights.
Thank you for calling the Pizza Bistro. Are you calling to order pickup or delivery? In case you didn't know, you can now order online at pizzatx.com. It's quick, easy, and convenient. Do it once and we'll save your address and preferences for future orders for even faster ordering. You can also download our app to your iPhone or Android device. It's practically like having a piece of pizza in your pocket. Search the Pizza Bistro in your phone's app store today. The downside is you'll never be able to hear this incredibly well-produced and cheerful on-hold message ever again. Guess what? Okay, we'll just tell you. The Boat Club Road location has a new game room for both kids and adults that has shiny new machines so cool you'll never want to leave. We also have games you can play right at your table. Trivia, ring toss, tic-tac-toe, and more. Hunker down and have a cold drink and a delicious pizza while you challenge your friends and family with fun entertainment for everyone. There are some things that every Texan holds close to their heart. ATM Live lets you make the most of those things by helping you quickly cover your banking needs. You can cash a check, make a withdrawal without a debit card, all with a live teller to lend a hand, and all without stepping foot in a branch. Because we know what matters most in this Texan life. After all, we're not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, folks, to the Pinnacle Bank pregame show. We're so glad you could join us tonight. And we want to remind you to like and subscribe on all your social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest sports news and events. Follow us at Peak One Sports today. We mentioned earlier that there are playoff implications tonight with both of these teams coming off back-to-back victories in their last two games. So let's take a look at the Parrots of Fort Worth Polytechnic first. Well, folks, Poly wants a cracker tonight as the Parrots have had a tough year so far and are looking to end their season on a high note, coming into Ranger Stadium at 3-6. These birds were singing the blues for the first four games with losses to Mineral Wells 49-14, Carrollton Creekview 32-6, Saginaw 54-7, and Fort Worth Wyatt 28-7. Polytech put up an impressive offensive showing against Trimble Tech for a win 47-30 before going 500 over the last four games, starting with back-to-back losses. First against Arlington Heights 63-0, followed by Pascal 50-15. But the second half of that four-game stretch has been better for these birds as they were able to gain some altitude to top Fort Worth Northside, winning by a score 21-18, and finally flying high over Fort Worth South Hills to win 33-24. Polytechnic has had 5 playoff appearances in their history, but unfortunately they have not had a winning season dating all the way back to 2018. So tonight, the Parrots will be wearing their white jerseys, black pants with the orange parrot on the side as they try to take a big beak bite out of the Rangers' playoff hopes. However, the Rangers are looking to lay down the law at home tonight, especially considering a win would guarantee the first ever playoff spot for Chisholm Trail football. In a seemingly turnaround season, new head coach and NFL veteran Rickland Holmes has led the Rangers to their first winning season since 2018. I spoke with Coach Holmes before the game, and I asked him about what tonight's game meant for him and his players. He told me that the mantra for tonight is, "We cannot beat ourselves, but we know where we're going." When asked about the chance to take the Rangers to their first ever playoff appearance, Coach Holmes said he's excited, but he's more excited for the players tonight. He told us that winning doesn't start in August. It starts way before that in January, and all of that hard work, has paid off because his players bought into that idea. Coach Holmes told his seniors he wanted to make their last year the best year, and he certainly has kept his word as the Rangers come into tonight at 6-2, coming off those back-to-back wins we mentioned earlier, beating Fort Worth Northside 40-7, and last week a blowout victory over Fort Worth South Hills 59-9. Coach Holmes is not alone in his impressive leadership, as several of these Rangers have been at the front of Chisholm Trail's success, and none more so than William Quintana, the junior, coming into this game, averaging over 100 yards per game, 108.3 to be exact. He's also the team leader in touchdowns with 13, and he'll be looking to add to that total tonight. Also out front for the Rangers offense, star wide receiver Amari Johnson, a senior, averaging 88.4 yards per game. I'm sure we'll be saying his name a lot. But one of the greatest strengths of this Chisholm Trail roster is the talent on both sides of the ball. The Ranger defense is looking good, led by junior Isaac Holmes, who is all over the field, averaging 9 tackles per game. And the big sophomore, 6'2", 235-pound Aiden Rivas, who is currently leading the team with 8 sacks on the year. And he'll certainly be hoping to pay the Parrots QB a visit in the backfield tonight. Well, folks, it looks like we finished up with tonight's festivities honoring all of the seniors for Chisholm Trail on senior night. We've only got a few minutes before kickoff. Perfect night for football here in Texas, and again, so glad you could join us. Make sure you guys get involved in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're rooting for, and if you have any shout outs, make sure you put them in the chat and we'll make sure to get you on the air. We'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back to take a look over these rosters and have a little talk. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll have a score update for you. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with Friday Night Football live on the Peak One Sports Network.
If your athlete struggles with ball security, visit highandtight.com and don't let another fumble cost you. Highandtight.com helps athletes of all ages learn the fundamentals of protecting the ball using advanced training tools and cutting-edge technology that provide instant audible feedback, helping players master their grip and hold onto the ball like never before. Visit highandtight.com and use promo code PEAK1 for 10% off today. That's highandtight.com, where games are won. Your go-to destination for mouth-watering Texas barbecue is right here in Fort Worth. Try Red's Barbecue today, located at 7335 Boat Club Road, and sink your teeth into some delicious barbecue smoked low and slow over authentic Texas post oak wood. That's Red's Barbecue, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Drive-thru now available.
Well, folks, you know, if the Geico Gecko is in attendance, you know it's football time. Down there on the field, celebrating and shaking hands with our military members. And it's about time. So let's take a look at these rosters. We'll start with Fort Worth Poly Parrots. A smaller roster for this team coming in. We've got number 0, Cody Manning. Number 1, Nate G. Number 3, Saidi Wasaidi. Number 4, Abdel Mansour. Number 5, Diego Gonzalez. Number 7, James Queen. Number 9, Jaden Johnson. Number 10, Billy Johnson. Number 12, Kevin Smith. Number 14, Hector Martinez. Number 17, Anthony Collins. Number 21, Jadarian Richardson. Number 22, Mario Espinoza. Number 24, Bertrand Jones. Number 34, Jose Gutierrez. Number 52 is Eduardo Gonzalez. Number 53, Juan Martinez. Number 62, Manuel Barraza. Number 64, Saul Aragun. Sorry about that, folks. Make sure if you're in the chat, you correct me on that pronunciation. Number 71, Enrique Guerrero. Number 75, Anton Fisher. Number 77, Joshua Romero. Number 82, Emmanuel Ramirez. And last but not least, wearing the double 8s, number 88, Julian Castro. Led by the head football coach, C.J. Wilson, and Principal Nick Torres, the Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots. And as we mentioned in the pregame show, folks, we had lots of information on the offense and defense for Chisholm Trail with just under 10 minutes to go until kickoff. I see we've got a little bit of action here in the chat. So it looks like Daniel Boyer joining us tonight. Thank you, Dan. As always, love having you. And Alexia Michelle, our first Polytechnic fan, chiming in into the chat saying, "Go Poly." Alexia, so happy to have you. Make sure you text all your friends. Tell them, send that link over. So if they can't make it to the game tonight, they're able to watch those Polytechnic Parrots. It seems like a good time to introduce our off-topic topic of the week. It's been a hit all year, folks. We love bringing it to you, and we love getting you guys involved in the chat, letting us know your thoughts. So tonight's off-topic topic of the week, we'll be talking about it all through the game, is kind of controversial. It's a big deal to some, and it's not to others, but we want to hear your opinion, folks. Is it too early, the day after Halloween, to set up those Christmas lights? Now, we know it's a hot topic, right? Most, some, all, maybe none of you would say that you need to wait until after Thanksgiving to set up those Christmas lights, but some of us might think otherwise. You maybe with those new LED lights, you've already switched over to the green and red and white, symbolizing all of the fun North Pole, festivities, I suppose. The elves, Santa Claus, all of that. So make sure you chime in. Is it too early, or is it just in time to set up those Christmas lights? Well, folks, if you're seeking a superior energy drink to replace those inferior caffeinated beverages, Dubby contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and 0 proprietary blends. The coffee fruit extract is the star of this delicious drink, helping you to energize without the jitters or crash. Order Dubby using code PEAK1 and enjoy 10% off your order today. Also, the Dapper Dog Academy is a top-notch dog training academy located in Cleburne, Texas. Owner and head trainer Korri Bennett has nearly 10 years experience helping your canine companions become the best version of themselves. Contact Korri and the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook and book your consultation today. Good folks over there at the Dapper Dog Academy. All of us here at Peak One sure do appreciate them. So again, very short time before kickoff. We're going to be set to bring that to you, but maybe let's go ahead and do a chat check and a score update for you folks. With that, here's Ashton Nix.
Thanks for that, Ross. Yeah, Dan jumped in the chat, says, I guess in reference to our off-topic topic of the game, when is it too early to put up Christmas lights? He says, my girlfriend says it's not, but I say it's not even my birthday yet. Jumping into some score updates, we have some early points being put up. Arlington over Grand Prairie, 15-0 in the first quarter. Still scoreless for Burleson and Colleyville Heritage in the first. Joshua is beating Cleburne 3-0 in the second. We have Mineral Wells over Eagle Mountain right now, 7-0 in the first quarter. And then we have North Crowley over Mansfield, 14-0 in the first quarter. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you, Ashton. As always, our sports and score updates are brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. All right. Well, there's been a lot of talk tonight about flight and about things warming up and heating up, and not a better place to talk about that than Ranger Stadium, as we can see, maybe you could see, the lights of Meacham Airfield in North Fort Worth, just off to the right side of those lights there. And then just over to our right, maybe a little bit out of view, is PCC Northwest Campus Fire Training Academy. So a very unique location we have. Beautiful stadium, beautiful field, and we're hoping for a great one tonight. We've got just under 5 minutes before kickoff. And looks like Dan says back to work for me, boys. Good luck tonight. I'll drop in when I can and throw congratulations out to Dan Boyer, working at Top Golf now, man, and very excited for him. Happy he's there, and certainly glad you could tune in and check out with us. So see more people watching now, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you tell all your friends and other fans of these schools to join in on the conversation. Get in, let us know who you're watching for, who you're rooting for, and where you're watching from. So with under 4 minutes to go, team captains looking to go out to the middle of the field to decide how tonight's kickoff is going to go. So we'll take another short break, and we'll come back just in time for kickoff and Texas high school football live on the Peak One Sports Network.
There are some things that every Texan holds close to their heart. ATM Live lets you make the most of those things by helping you quickly cover your banking needs. You can cash a check, make a withdrawal without a debit card, all with a live teller to lend a hand, and all without stepping foot in a branch. Because we know what matters most in this Texan life. After all, we're not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
All right, folks, back just in time to see the Chisholm Trail Rangers taking the field. And we are always excited to see them. And then on the other side of the field now, you can see Fort Worth Polytechnic coming out with the Parrot leading from the front. Always exciting. So down on the field now, both teams captains are out there. And it looks like Fort Worth has elected to defer to the second half. So I believe Chisholm Trail will be receiving the kickoff, and they're going to be going from left to right on your screen, north to south on that GPS. Well, if you're looking to help your team elevate their gameplay, then visit highandtight.com, where they are redefining ball security training. Get your team ready with highandtight.com's top-rated training aids that provide instant feedback to players. Use promo code PEAK1 for a 10% discount and help secure your team's success today. So as we look down to the field, we see the honor guard approaching the center of the field. As is tradition here on Peak One Sports in Friday Night Football, we will pause to celebrate America with the performance of the national anthem by the Chisholm Trail Band. So they are now approaching the center of the field. And we invite you to join us as we celebrate America.
I can't get that move. I can't do it. Thanks a lot, camera 2. Get up there, strike on the camera for you. Get there, miss the point toss.
All right, folks. Well, now it's time to get excited. Doesn't get any better than this. Texas high school football is about to start. Make sure you let Peak One Sports get you ready for your sports weekend. Listen to the leadoff Saturday mornings on the Peak One Sports Network. Also, you could join me on Tuesdays for the Roscoe Fantasy Football Show. Wednesdays, join a randomly rotating group of guys on the sports page every Wednesday night as we discuss our favorite teams and sports news highlights from across the sports spectrum. Don't forget, we are a hockey show on Thursdays, and of course, right here, Friday nights, Friday Night Football, followed again by the leadoff on Saturday. So both teams taking the field now, getting ready for kickoff. And those shiny orange numbers on the back of the white, on the back of the white jerseys, is very unique, very shiny. So a little motion here before the kickoff, kind of changing things up.
Kicking for the Parrots, number 50, Hector Martinez.
Hector Martinez will be getting ready for the kickoff. And here we go. There will be a return out of the end zone. And boy, does he have the speed and lots of space. And finally wrapped up around the 30. So we'll see. We'll see the Chisholm Trail offense led by quarterback Joey McGowan coming onto the field. Joey, a senior this year, coming out ready to make an impressive statement. And as we mentioned in the pregame show, lots of talent on both sides of the ball for Chisholm Trail, but we're always excited to see the offense. McGowan back and fires a big one out. Caught, wide open. First play of the game, all the way to the house. And guess who, folks? Number 8, Amari Johnson starts the game off with a big touchdown. But wait, there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. All right, so that penalty was against the Parrots, and wisely, head coach Rickland Holmes is going to decline that one and set up Chisholm Trail for a PAT only 18 seconds into the game, folks. So Roman Hernandez set to attempt the extra point. It's blocked. And so it looks like the PAT is no good after the block. And so our score, 18 seconds into the game, folks, the Rangers up 6 over the Parrots. And wow. I mean, we told you, folks, it was going to be exciting. I wasn't ready for one on the first play. But boy, way to start it off. So McGowan goes down with his first passing touchdown of the night. Amari Johnson with his first receiving touchdown. And boy, those coaches in the booth next to us are pretty excited to see that one, and I hope you guys were too. Well, while other restaurants are bumping up their prices to cover the rising cost of food, the Pizza Bistro has found a way to offer you their most popular pizzas at a reduced rate. A yummy large cheese pizza for just $8. A fan favorite pepperoni pizza, just $10 for a large. Pretty thrifty, right? So now, how the table turns have turntabled, And now we'll see the Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots getting ready to receive. Roman Hernandez ready to kick off to the Parrots. And kind of a short squib off to the right side and bounces out of bounds. And a flag on the play. Looked like nobody touched it. So we might get an illegal procedure on the kickoff here. But currently, ball spotted just short of the 40. We'll see where they spot it after the call. Now looking to the officials. To see, and it was an illegal procedure on the kickoff against Chisholm Trail, so they're going to move the ball up about 10 yards, so we'll be set at the 44 for Polytechnic. And lots of pressure in the backfield. He rolls out, fires out to the left, and incomplete. Incomplete. So another penalty, this time also against Chisholm Trail. And that's going to move him back.
Pass number 10, Billy Johnson. Intended for number 1, HG. Incomplete. Parrots 2 from coverage. After the penalty, 1st and 5.
So folks, looking at our roster, it would appear as if, and you know, this happens from time to time. Sometimes we get newer rosters, sometimes we get older rosters. And so some of these numbers on the players we're not seeing. But with 4 wide, handoff over to the right side, lots of speed shown by Sadie Wasidi, number 3 for the Parrots. So on that 1st and 5, a pretty good gain, and this time off to the right side again on a QB keeper, and able to get past the first down markers and out of bounds just shy of Chisholm Trail's 40 is their QB. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm thinking I'm seeing 18, but is that number 10? Okay, it is number 10. Can't confirm. Billy Johnson, quarterback for the Parrots. So another 4 wide set for Polytechnic, and this time 2 stacked on the near side, 1 on the far side, and a direct snap, and he slipped up, and guess who is going to be credited with the takedown on that one? It's Aiden Rivas. So looks like that'll go down as a tackle for loss as opposed to a sack, but still going to be a big presence in the backfield tonight for Chisholm Trail. So here we go, 2nd and 12 from the 43, just under 10.5 minutes to play. And a big pass over the side, wide open man, and they return the favor. Big time pass by Billy Johnson over to his wide receiver, Jaden Johnson. Let us know in the chat if you have knowledge. Are they brothers? As we've seen in the past, lots of those brotherly connections leading to touchdowns for a lot of these teams. So Billy Johnson on the big touchdown pass to Jaden Johnson. And now, kicking off is Juan Martinez, or kicking the field goal, the PAT, Juan Martinez, and this time,
extra point is good.
This extra point is good. So the Parrots strike right back and go up by 1. 7-6 with just over 10 minutes to play. We're going to take a timeout here, and we'll be right back with more Friday Night Football live right here on the Peak One Sports Network.
Your go-to destination for mouth-watering Texas barbecue is right here in Fort Worth. Try Red's Barbecue today, located at 7335 Boat Club Road, and sink your teeth into some delicious barbecue smoked low and slow over authentic Texas post oak wood. That's Red's Barbecue, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Drive-thru now available.
All right, folks, so we're back, and while we were on break, Chisholm Trail was assessed a roughing the kicker call to be enforced on the kickoff. Well, if you're looking to make your brand stand out, Apogee Graphics specializes in bringing your creative ideas to life. From custom signs and decals to eye-catching posters and innovative 3D products, Apogee Graphics has got you covered.
Back deep for the Rangers, number 17, Andrew Jones, and number 6.
Getting set for kickoff. And this is a lot shorter field for this kickoff, so we'll see if there's some strategy in this kick, trying to pin him deep, or if we are gonna see a touchback. So kicker making sure that ball is ready to be kicked, setting it on the tee, going back, Juan Martinez. And there's the kick, and it is a long kick right to the receiver, and we'll see another return. This time one man to beat, but he's stopped inside the 5, and that might have been one you wanted to keep in the end zone, but these Rangers, like I said, coming out trying to make a statement. That time just not working out. So we will see McGowan and Johnson back on the field with William Quintana, the running back, coming in 5'11", 185. Also, don't forget, folks, Jordan Freeman, number 2, taking that top side of the field here on your screen. And look at the press coverage by Poly. Defenders backing off right before that snap, and a quick pass, quick run, right up the middle, and he's got lots of space, and this time he gets stopped right at the 30. Is Quintana for a Chisholm Trail first down. So a nice start to the running game for Quintana tonight. Big chunk, starting inside the 5, ending up close to the 30, and he's quite a ways closer to his average yards per game we mentioned of 108.3. 4 wide receivers for McGowan. 1st and 10. A fake handoff and another big arm firing out. And this time, the Polytechnic defender able to get in on that one. That was Nate G, defensive back. And of course, a lot of these players for Fort Worth Polytechnic are Ironmen, playing on both sides of the field, and they have to with, I believe, let's double check, I believe the final count was 24 on the roster, okay, being confirmed. So, you know, that is enough to have just an offensive, you know, lineup and just a defensive lineup, but these players definitely playing both sides of the ball. We've got number 4 Mansour up there on the defensive line. 2 wide for McGowan, and this time another handoff to Quintana, and he's wide left and up past the first down marker and finally brought down. We'll see if he stayed inbounds. Looks like they are going to give him the stoppage of play on the play clock, so seemingly out of bounds. Folks, make sure if you're watching, you're getting in on that chat. Let us know who you're watching for, who you're rooting for, as McGowan is back again in the gun and fires outside right to Amari Johnson. This time, broken up again. Broken up again by one of those Ironmen we mentioned, Jaden Johnson.
McGowan's pass intended for number 8, Amari Johnson, incomplete.
Correction, that might have been number 5, Diego Gonzalez, folks. Apologize for the poor eyesight, but you've got the best view in the house up here. So here we go, another handoff to Quintana, and this time he's met immediately and in the backfield by the Polytechnic defenders.
Quintana on the carry. Brought down by number 3, safety. Short loss. Third down and ball.
So Quintana taking down, 2-yard loss is going to bring up 3rd and 12. We've got just under 9 minutes in the first quarter. On 3rd down, McGowan in a tight formation. Back, looking, rolling right. Quick toss to a wide open man. Past the 40, 30 with a move, and finally drug out of bounds inside the 25. Excellent display of athleticism on that one by Terrence Dukes. The senior wide receiver coming in 5'9", 165, and all speed puts Chisholm Trail just outside of the red zone. So 1st and 10. The Rangers driving, 2 men wide. Quintana in the backfield with McGowan. Another handoff to Quintana up the middle with a move and brought down just shy of the, let's say, 15 of Polytechnic. Ball's going to be spotted at the 16. And a stoppage of play here. Let's see. All right, so timeout taken by Polytechnic, and as is tradition, we'll take a break with them. We'll be right back with Friday Night Football on the Peak One Sports Network.
Are you a busy parent? Whether it's work or pleasure, that's where Valerie's Kid Care comes in. We have been in business for 34 years. We are family owned and operated. We take kids from 0 to 5 years old. We enjoy playing, learning, and even preparing for kindergarten. We are located at 404 Belmont Street in Saginaw. Stop by or give us a call at 817-232-5971. Valerie's Kid Care. We treat your kids like they are our own.
Welcome back, folks. Take a look at that view. Love seeing it. Real quick, let's check in with Ashton for a score update brought to you by the Burleson Buzz.
Burleson trailing Colleyville Heritage 14-0 in the second quarter. Joshua leading Cleburne 17-0 also in the second quarter. And North Crowley beating Mansfield 21-3 in the second quarter. And Godley over Venus right now. Second quarter, 51-0.
Oh boy, only the second quarter with a score of 51-0. Do you think we'd get a 100-point game? I'm just kidding. So while we were doing the score update, Quintana had a nice run up the gut and ended up getting that 1st and goal for Chisholm Trail. And this time McGowan rolling right, passes to his man, touchdown! Excellent pass by McGowan to number 40, Quali Calhoun. He's actually listed as a fullback, and I could see why. 5'11", 200 pounds as a sophomore.
I couldn't even find him.
Coming into tonight's game. So now we're backing it up a little bit here. Let's take a breather. We might have had a flag on the play, trying to see what the talk is all about. So it looks like a call against the Rangers is going to negate the touchdown. And it was an ineligible man downfield. So one of those Chisholm Trail linemen got just a little bit too far downfield. So they're going to move it back and set up a 1st and goal from the 15. Now 3 wide for McGowan. Quintana with a run to the left. Big stiff arm. And able to get to about the 12. We'll call it, it'll actually be spotted at a 13. And so we're approaching and now are under 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Parrots up by a point, 7-6, but the Rangers are moving. So McGowan back, handoff to Quintana, wide open up the middle, and did he reach for it? It looked like he got it, and he did. So there you go, folks. Quintana adding to that touchdown total for the season, now with 14.
Score by number 23, William Quintana.
So great run, excellent blocking led to that touchdown. Rangers taking a lead right now of 12-7. Looking to extend it to 13 with the kick from Roman Hernandez. And a timeout taken by Chisholm Trail right before the PAT. We'll take a timeout with them and we'll be right back.
If your athlete struggles with ball security, visit highandtight.com and don't let another fumble cost you. Highandtight.com helps athletes of all ages learn the fundamentals of protecting the ball using advanced training tools and cutting-edge technology that provide instant audible feedback, helping players master their grip and hold onto the ball like never before. Visit highandtight.com and use promo code PEAK1 for 10% off today. That's highandtight.com, where games are won.
With 2 decades of design and graphics experience, Apogee Graphics provides a wide variety of print options to meet your advertising needs. Visit apogeegraphics.com and take your vision to new heights.
All right, folks, now looks like we're going to get a 2-point conversion here. Handoff up the middle, and it's good. So head coach Ricklin Holmes wanted to make up for that missed PAT earlier in the game and does so. And now Chisholm Trail leading by a touchdown, 14-7, with about 6.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Do you have a large group you need to feed? Blow their minds with the biggest pizza in Texas. The Pizza Bistro's 24-inch Texan pizza can be cut into 45 squares of deliciousness, only at the Pizza Bistro. And if pizza just isn't your jam today, try the Pizza Bistro's mouth-watering potato skins. 6 with every order, topped with cheese, sour cream, bacon, and chives. So exactly what you would look for when you're looking for Texas high school football. A very back and forth game, exciting play from both teams. And now Chisholm Trail looking to kick off with a nice kick. This one will be fielded inside the 10. Running to the outside and almost brought down, able to escape, twist out, and get a few more yards on it. And uh-oh, do we have a fumble? We'll see. Number 7, James Queen on the return. Parrots did maintain possession of the football, so they will start with first down. Ball's going to be on the 22-yard line. Shout out Roman Morales joining us in the chat. We're a big fan of Roman Morales. We love having him in the chat. Roman, what's up? Roman chatting another Friday night. Get to be home and watch Peak 1. And we thank you, sir. Hey, Roman, let us know what you think. Is it too early to put those Christmas lights out? As we see a handoff over to the left side, met immediately by the Chisholm Trail defenders. I'd call it no gain. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Parrots. MNGS shouting out glazed donut. I like donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? Ashton, do you like donuts?
I mean, unless you just have an issue with diabetes, I don't know if there's anybody that doesn't want a donut. And glazed are probably the GOAT when it comes to donuts.
Absolutely agreed. All right, so on that second down play, quarterback was running out to the right side, Billy Johnson, and to avoid the sack was outside of the pocket and just threw the ball away. So now we have 3rd and 11, 5:41 left to go. We'll see if the Parrots have something in store for this Chisholm Trail defense. 4 wide, empty backfield, and rolling out and keeping it and almost caught at the line. And here he goes. Billy Johnson on the run, showing the speed up past the 40, stays in bounds up to about the 45. So a first down for Fort Worth Polytechnic.
Billy Johnson on the keeper.
Roman checking in with that off-topic topic of the week. Never too early for those Christmas lights. So we've got 1 vote in favor of putting them up right after Halloween. Let's hear from some of you in the chat and watching with us. Let us know if that's an abomination. You know, should we wait until Thanksgiving? Or is it just time to get it up? I know Dan, when he checks in, hopefully he checks in with his opinion too. But now we'll go back down to the field. 4 wide, single back set. Handoff to the left side. Able to turn the corner. Lots of speed. Past the 50. Up towards the 45 in Chisholm Trail territory is Saidi Wasidi. So a big gain there. Led to the first down from the 46, and another big gain gives them a 2nd and short. 2nd and 1 to be exact, from the 45 of Chisholm Trail. Billy Johnson keeping it again, rolling to a wide right field and missing a couple of those Chisholm Trail defenders. And able to get the first down. And this is why we do it, folks. We do it for you. We want you in the chat involved, get that conversation going. MNGS says that Roman Morales' opinion completely offends him, as he believes we should not have those lights up already. Well, MNGS, you are not alone. Lots of people out there think that you should wait until after Thanksgiving. So here we go. Johnson fires out on the crossing route to his wide receiver, who's met by a Chisholm Trail defender. That looked like to number 2. Mike Cortez. So nice, a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. And another 4 wide receiver formation. Look at how they're stacked up on this near side. And then a handoff up the middle. Running back slips and is touched down by contact right there. So a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 6 from the 29. Rangers leading the Parrots 14-7. But we've seen explosive plays from both sides. Another empty backfield setup for the Parrots. Johnson out looking, avoids the defender, and then the defender comes right back and he wiggles out of it. And he's running left, and he's throwing the ball away. Smart decision by Billy Johnson to avoid the sack. But boy, were those Chisholm Trail Ranger defenders right on his tail. Did you get it? He's a bird. They're parrots. He was right on his tail. Okay, all right. Hey, let's do a real quick chat check. We'll throw it over to Ashton for an update.
Yeah, our friend GG Universe, who comments on most of our games, says sending Chisholm support from Saginaw. I'm sure that's going to be short-lived. Is next week is that Chisholm Trail Saginaw game.
Yeah, we'll have to see GG Universe's opinion next week. And so a field goal attempt by Polytechnic is good. And what a long field goal that was to make the score 14-10 in favor of Chisholm Trail with about 3 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the first. We'll be right back with more coverage of Friday Night Football here on the Peak One Sports Network.
Hello, fellow dog lovers. Korri Bennett here, owner and head trainer at the Dapper Dog Academy, located in Cleburne, Texas. As a passionate dog enthusiast, I've dedicated nearly 10 years to helping you and your furry friends achieve a happy and harmonious relationship. Whether you are seeking basic obedience or have specific behavioral goals, I tailor each training session to meet the unique needs of your pup. My goal is to make training an enjoyable experience for you and your dog. Contact the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook or at the number below and let us help you bring out the very best in your furry family member.
All right, folks, welcome back just in time for kickoff. And just throwing it out here, it looks like in the chat we've got some questions about M&G's opinion on our off-topic topic of the week. Just to clarify, he was talking about the never too early take for putting up those Christmas lights. So MNGS sending Polly support from Saginaw, GG Universe saying it's going to be a fun game to be at next week as we have Chisholm Trail at Saginaw. Saginaw, of course, undefeated and looking to stay that way, but I'm sure Chisholm Trail head coach Rickland Holmes will have something to say about that. So we love seeing you guys in the chat, getting active. All we ask is we keep it clean and have fun. So McGowan looking to have fun on this drive as he's back in the shotgun set and fires out to his man short. It's Quintana with the move up past the 45-50 and up past the 45 and almost to the 40 of, and actually it will be to the 40 of the Polytechnic Parrots. So William Quintana adding some yardage to that total with receiving yards. Good to be there as kind of that clutch, dump off kind of receiver on that play. The pressure from Polytechnic was getting close to McGowan. I'm sure he could hear footsteps coming. So a nice pass short and to the left to Quintana sets up the 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Rangers. All right, so during the play, it looked like holding against Chisholm Trail. So they'll be moving the ball back, and they'll take away about 10 of those receiving yards from Quintana to set up a long first down.
Result of the play, another Rangers first down.
Rangers offense looking to the sideline, getting those calls in from the coaching staff. And oh boy, looks like Polytechnic's going to be bringing some pressure here. And they don't. They back off. It was a trick. Now McGowan rolls out, fires, and just ahead of his receiver on that route. Still a nice attempt out to Carter Swan. Wide receiver coming in 5'9", 170.
Jay Johnson on the defense, on the coverage.
Roman Morales checking in again, saying Poly is a whole new team after moving up their QB. And we certainly have seen lots of good play from the QB tonight. So Chisholm Trail back, handoff to Quintana. Great blocking. Whoa! And that was an excellent lead block and just pancaked that Parrot defender, number 41, Kamani Pitts. I mean, he's a fullback. Also 5'11", 220, so another great example of a fullback. And man, excellent blocking on that play. We'll see another handoff to Quintana over the right side this time. Tries to make a move, but this time not good enough for the first down, as he is brought down short of the first down marker. Setting up a 4th and 1 for the Rangers. McGowan staying out, and that offense at Chisholm Trail staying out. 2 wide receivers, big jumbo-looking shotgun formation, and another handoff to Quintana, and this time he's got it, and he's breaking out, and can anybody get him? We don't know. Past the 20, 15, 10, and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 6-yard line is Quintana with another big gain, this time on 4th down for the Rangers. And here we go again, folks. 1st and goal for the Rangers. This time no penalty, so they'll keep that big run by Quintana. Shouting out the chat here in just a second. McGowan, another handoff to Quintana, met immediately. Just a dart through the line and stopped to bring up 2nd down. No gain on the play, so 2nd and goal from the 6. We are under a minute and a half to play in the first quarter.
No gain, 2nd down.
So back, shout out to that chat there. We've got Jaden Lopez checking in. I've got Polytechnic winning this game. And GG Universe commenting on that big play there, saying it's huge. All right. So fires out is McGowan to his wide receiver, this time a little high. The good news is that we'll stop the clock with about 57 seconds. 3rd and goal.
James Queen of the Parrots on the coverage. They'll bring up 3rd down.
And so this is a very critical 3rd down for Chisholm Trail, because if they can get into the end zone, they'll put this game not quite out of reach, but getting close. And if they have to settle for the field goal, they'll extend that lead to 7 points. Still very manageable for Polytechnic. So here we go. 3rd and goal, man in motion. Handoff to that man in motion. Lots of speed, and it looks like he didn't get it, folks. So number 2, Jordan Freeman, the wide receiver, 5'8", 165, on an end-around play, unable to get the touchdown. So now 4th and goal for the Rangers, sending out their kicking team. So we'll look for Roman Hernandez to put up 3 points to make that Chisholm Trail lead take it to 7 as the clock is still rolling, approaching the end of the first quarter. Kick is up, and this one's good. So your score with about 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Chisholm Trail Rangers 17, the Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots 10. We'll take a break, try to pay some bills here on the Peak One Sports Network, and we'll be right back.
Rangers 17.
All right, folks, welcome back. Make sure you follow Peak One Sports on all your social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest sports news and events. Follow us at Peak One Sports today. Hey, speaking of updates, let's go ahead and go to Ashton with the score update brought to you by the Burleson Buzz.
Yeah, Ross, a lot of halftime scores. We got Joshua and Cleburne halftime, 17-0 Joshua. We have Burleson trailing Colleyville Heritage 14-7. Eagle Mountain trailing Mineral Wells 23-7. All of those are halftime scores.
Thank you, Ashton. And also, you know, if you guys are watching, you're getting in the chat. If you're at another game or if you have some score updates, throw them in the chat. We'll shout them out, and we certainly appreciate you. Also, you know, we're talking all night about if it's too early to put up those Christmas lights or if it's just in time. Make sure you let us know.
34-yard line. First and 10. Rangers.
And attention, coaches, improve your team's ball security and fumble no more. HighAndTight.com is redefining the way your athletes learn to protect the ball with top-rated tools that provide instant feedback. Visit HighAndTight.com using code BREAK1 to receive 10% off and start elevating your game today. So Johnson, quick fire out to that right side and incomplete to his receiver. He'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line. Just about 8 seconds left to go before we'll have a little break in the action for the teams to switch sides. And so the Polytechnic Parrots come out for their 2nd down and 10. Another empty formation, empty set, snap. Gonna keep it and going nowhere. Brought down by the Rangers defensive line in the backfield. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. So let's go for let's do a chat check. You know, we've got just a few seconds, I guess, maybe almost a minute before we switch sides and resume action. Ashton, what you got for us?
Gilbert Tupuff. Gilbert Tupuff, however I'm pronouncing that.
He's too puffy. He's too
puffy. He says go Poly. We have GG Universe and Jaden Lopez saying it's a close game, and it's a little bit closer than we expected.
Yeah, you know, looking at those scores that we talked about, you know, both of these teams coming off of those back-to-back wins, okay, in the last 2 weeks, right? We saw a lot of points by both offenses. And tonight, we're seeing lots of big offensive plays, but still a lower scoring affair. Well, if you're looking to make your brand stand out, Apogee Graphics specializes in bringing your creative ideas to life. From custom signs and decals to eye-catching posters and innovative 3D products, Apogee Graphics has got you covered. So both teams getting ready to start the second quarter, each with 2 timeouts. And the Parrots with a 3rd and 13 from the 31.
Evelyn Rodriguez. Sophomores Caitlin Bentley. Kira Buckley. Callie Campbell.
So 4 wide. This time a man in the backfield with Johnson. All of those wide receivers are off to the left side. And the Chisholm Trail defense with 3 men on the line, making sure they're watching that backside. Pressure coming. Johnson rolls out, jukes left, jukes right, right into a defender, and brought down inside the 30 for a loss. It's like a loss of 2, so now a long 4th down. 4th and 15 from the 29 for the Parrots. And I imagine we'll see a punt or a trick. You know, we've got some tricks and treats in store for you already, a couple of those touchdown treats. So we'll see if they do punt it away or if they have something up their sleeve. Or should I say tucked under their wing? And it will be a punt, a nice punt. Down by the 40 and takes a Parrot roll inside the Chisholm Trail 30 to about the 29.
Parrot punt down by number 5, Diego Gonzalez. Ball spot at the 29-yard line.
Well, whether you're in the office or on the go, you can listen to all of our Peak One sports shows wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Hit that subscribe button and never miss your favorite Peak One sports shows. So now, Chisholm Trail offense on the field. About 11 minutes to go in the half. 3 wide receivers for McGowan and a fake handoff to Quintana and a nice rolling pass over to number 40, Quali Calhoun. Now remember, folks, he's the fullback who had that touchdown reception called back by the holding call, or correction, the ineligible receiver downfield call that we saw in the first quarter. So happy to see him get one, and this time Quintana gets the rock and gets up there fighting and pushing, trying to get past that first down marker is Quintana. Unfair Games checking into the chat. It's not too early to put the Christmas lights. Just don't, let's see here, just don't turn them on until Thanksgiving night. Hey, so that's kind of a good, happy compromise. What do you think, Ashton?
That makes sense, but you're not going to do all that hard work, put them up, and not turn them on. So, I mean, I think people should probably just mind their own business, whatever your preference is. Yeah, I can't imagine looking at Christmas lights and being upset.
And a run by Quintana, actually brought down from behind, but still good for a short gain on the play. So 2nd and 9. Ball's going to be at the 41.
Short pickup, 2nd down.
So Abdul Mansour, number 4, we talked about him up there on that defensive line, able to bring Quintana down for a short gain, potentially saving heartbreak for the Parrots. So now 4 wide for Chisholm Trail, 3 to the top of your screen. McGowan is back, and they're going to blow the play dead. Looks like we have a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them right here. We'll be right back with more coverage of Friday Night Football live on the Peak One Sports Network.
Your go-to destination for mouth-watering Texas barbecue is right here in Fort Worth. Try Red's Barbecue today, located at 7335 Boat Club Road, and sink your teeth into some delicious barbecue smoked low and slow over authentic Texas post oak wood. That's Red's Barbecue, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Drive-thru now available.
And welcome back, folks. If you're seeking a superior energy drink to replace those inferior caffeinated beverages, W contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and 0 proprietary blends. The coffee fruit extract is the star of this delicious drink, helping to bring you energy without the jitters or crash. Make sure you order W using code PEAK1 and enjoy 10% off your order today. McGowan back, firing down the left side. He's got it, man, and he's open, and he steps out of bounds at around the 13-yard line. So here we go, folks. Another big play for Chisholm Trails offense. And what a play it was. Number 6, Carter Swan, on the receiving end of that big play. McGowan just put it right on the money. Saw Swan had his man beat, and he just aired that thing out. Led him perfectly, leading to a big gain. So 1st and 10, Quintana with the run up the middle and stopped around the 10. So it'll be a gain of 4 for Quintana. Brings up 2nd and 6 from the 10. So definitely in the red zone, not quite that goal to go situation. 3 wide. Hand off to Quintana over the right side. And another decent gain. A correction, folks. That was actually number 29, Quaylen Mason. He's going to be a junior, listed as both linebacker and running back, and you can see why. 6'2", 190-pound junior. I wouldn't want to run into him on either side of the ball, to be honest. Well, folks, we remind you, if you're watching and joining us in the chat, we love having you in there. A big run this time up the middle again, and boy, was that close to punching it in. Let's go to Ashton for a chat check.
Brought down by number 24, Bertrand Jones.
Yeah, Ross, Doug, Molly, or just Mail, asking if anyone else's stream is blurry. Not on my end, but maybe some of y'all are experiencing that. Back to you, Ross.
And while we're doing that, we had another run for a touchdown for the Rangers.
Scored by number 23.
And it was Quintana. So now 15 touchdowns on the season for Quintana.
Hernandez on the attempt.
And we'll see Roman Hernandez with the kick is good.
Extra point is good.
So now the score 24-10 in favor of Chisholm Trail. And man, are we seeing some big plays tonight.
After the quick touchdown, and Hernandez extra point.
So Quintana just piling it on, and we'll be excited for next week to see if he can keep up the excellent work. We're covering the Saginaw Chisholm Trail game, folks, and I mean, we're projecting that one to be huge. Saginaw currently undefeated. Chisholm Trail looking to secure their playoff hopes tonight and next week. Boy, talk about a thriller to end the season.
That's going to be a good one, Ross. A lot of we'll see if Chisholm Trail can clinch tonight, but if not, a lot of implications. You have potential undefeated season from Saginaw, and then obviously playoff seeding and all that sort of stuff. But it's going to be a big, high-powered rivalry game that we didn't really expect at the beginning of the year.
Absolutely, and you know, it could be safe to say that nobody expected both of these teams to be doing so good. So we'll be definitely ready to bring you the coverage as we get a return on the kickoff for the Parrots by number 1, Nate G. Let's just talk for a second, folks, about how neat and how cool you got to be to not even have your last name listed on the roster. You're just Nate G. Probably the G. That's what I'd call him, at least.
First and 10, Parrots.
So, folks, don't forget the Dapper Dog Academy is the top-notch dog training academy located in Cleburne, Texas. Owner and head trainer Korri Bennett has nearly 10 years of experience helping your canine companions become the best version of themselves. Contact Korri and the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook and book your consultation today. So it looks like a loss on the play will set up Polytechnic with a 2nd and long. Ball spotted on the 28. Just under 7 minutes left to go in the half. We'll be watching to see if Billy Johnson can connect with Jaden Johnson or maybe James Queen we saw on some of those routes. 4 wide now. And a man in the backfield with Johnson. And Johnson rolling out right, looking, fires downfield. And this one is just over and just almost off the fingertips of the Chisholm Trail defender. He was looking for that interception to potentially just seal it before it's even over. With that interception and a chance to go up. But looks like we had a flag. It is going to be against the Chisholm Trail defense. So not what you're looking for if you're a Chisholm Trail fan. So they will move the ball closer to Chisholm Trail territory.
Ball be placed at the 44-yard line.
So ball will be moved up to the 44. They'll receive a 1st down and 10. Now still 4 wide, stacking on both sides. And then it looks like the man in motion over on that left side. Pressure coming. Can he escape? And he does. Fires downfield and caught inbounds and pushed out of bounds after the 1st down marker. So big time pass by Billy Johnson to give the Parrots another 1st and 10. Now inside Chisholm Trail territory. As a reminder, folks, make sure you follow Peak One Sports on all your social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest sports news and events. Follow us at Peak One Sports today. Johnson 4 wide, keeping it, running left, rolls out of a tackle, but couldn't roll out of the next one as he's brought down after a very short gain of 1 on 1st down. So 2nd and 9 now from the 42. And the Parrots are hoping to get in the end zone here, bring that game back within a touchdown. Rangers only have 1 timeout left in the half. Parrots have 2. So a tight formation for Johnson with a pitch out to the right side, evading defenders and reversing the play, getting big time yardage. And we'll have to see where this one's spotted as he got real close to that 1st down marker, folks. And it looks like it was good for the 1st down. So back-to-back 1st down plays after a penalty gives them a 1st down. And now it's time for the Chisholm Trail defense to buckle down to try to get the stop if they want to maintain the lead. Another tight formation. This time a handoff off to the left side again and met and pushed out of bounds. Looked like Nate G on the play. Well, folks, while other restaurants are bumping up their prices to cover the rising cost of food, the Pizza Bistro has found a way to offer you their most popular pizzas at a reduced rate. A yummy large cheese pizza for just $8. A fan favorite pepperoni pizza, just $10. Pretty thrifty, right? So we'll get set here for 2nd and 5 from the 28 for the Parrots. Look like we may have a stoppage. Let's go down to the field. All right, so just a correction of the game clock, folks. So a correction of the game clock. We're going to go back to 4:20 left to play in the first half. Snap, back, handoff up the middle. Not much on that second down run.
Stop number 27, Goodwin Allen.
And a big time stop on that one by Jordan Goodwin Allen, a defensive back, 6'1", 190. 3rd and 3 now. Under 4 minutes left to play. Ball on the 26-yard line. Johnson takes the snap, keeps it over to the left side, and there is the entire troop of Ranger defenders there to stop him. Short of the first down. So looks like 4th and 2 after a gain of 1. Johnson keeping that one. We had a fake over to the right side, and he kept it, but those Ranger defenders were not tricked. So a 4th down attempt in the high snap, and it's back, bouncing, rolling. Chisholm Trail all over it, and still up in the air, but finally brought in by the Parrots, and that'll be a turnover on downs. An excellent field position for the Rangers to start their drive at about the 45-yard line. So you couldn't ask for anything better if you're a Rangers fan. And Amari Johnson on the tackle. The wide receiver also playing the Ironman role as a defensive back. Senior looking to make an impact on senior night. So, folks, we remind you, if you're watching, if you're listening, we're happy to have you as we see a run up the middle to start the drive for Chisholm Trail. Make sure you guys are getting in on the comments. Make sure you let us know about the off-topic topic of the week. Is it too early to turn those Christmas lights on or not?
8-2. 2nd down.
So a nice run up the middle for a short gain of 2 to set up 2nd and 8 from the 48 for McGowan and the Ranger offense. McGowan back in the gun, hands it off to Quintana, rolls to the right, lots of speed, and met near the 50 by a couple of those Parrots just flying in full speed to make the stop for another short gain of 2. Correction. Look like 3rd and 6, so actually a loss of 1 on the play, folks. I apologize. But once again, make sure you guys are getting involved in the chat. Let us know who you're watching for, who you're rooting for, and we'll try to give you a shout out on the air. Hoping to see a few of our favorite viewers from previous games as McGowan looking, rolls right, fires, and almost intercepted short of his man. But the Parrots could not come up with it, and so now A 4th down for Chisholm Trail.
Intended for number 23, Williams Quintana. Number 24.
So actually Quintana was the intended receiver out there. And again, incomplete, sets up the 4th down. But folks, I mean, Rangers up 14 points. Might as well go for it and keep this drive going, keep that clock going as we're under a minute and a half left to play in the half. McGowan looking, lots of time. Excellent blocking by that offensive line. And back and fires. And incomplete. Looks like a flag on the play, and based on the spot of that flag, you know, you could only expect it's going to be a holding call against the Rangers. We'll see. So a turnover on downs. So it'll set up 1st and 10 for the Parrots. Still looking to see what this call is, folks. Still waiting to see the call. And you know, it looks like that flag may have been picked up, and no call. No penalty on the play. So the Parrots will start again in another really unique 4-5 receiver empty set. And now one of the receivers motioning into the backfield, back up to the line in the slot. Johnson back, pressure coming, looking, fires, and this one almost brought in, but unable to hold on to it. So 2nd and 10 on the play, or correction, 2nd and 10 now for the Parrots. Ball right on the 50 and spotted almost in the middle of that Chisholm Trail logo here at Ranger Stadium. All right, so again, 5 wide, empty set. Johnson back. Fires left, this time caught, and this time brought down. We'll see, they'll probably give him the forward progression on the play up to the 45 of Chisholm Trail. Gonna bring up 3rd and 5 with under a minute left to play in the 1st half. Now keep in mind, the Polytechnic Parrots, they did defer to the 2nd half, but they did get a penalty. An ineligible receiver downfield against the Parrots, so that's going to scoot them back, and boy, that's going to hurt. If you're a Polytechnic fan, make sure you let us know in the chat. Shout out your favorite player. So now we'll have 2nd and 15 from the Chisholm Trail 45 after the 10-yard penalty. So 4 wide receivers for the Parrots to the close side of your screen. 1 solo receiver to the top of the screen. Johnson in an empty set. 5 men on his offensive line. And another stoppage here. We'll see what's going on. And looks like maybe the teams just weren't set. So the referees wanted to make sure everybody's set. So here we go. Johnson back, looking to fire, and sacked, and the ball comes out, and it's picked up, and they blow it dead. So down by contact is Billy Johnson with excellent pressure by the Chisholm Trail defenders. And it looks like we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with more coverage of Friday Night Football right here on the Peak One Sports Network.
With 2 decades of design and graphics experience, Apogee Graphics provides a wide variety of print options to meet your advertising needs. Visit apogeegraphics.com and take your vision to new heights.
Are you a busy parent? Whether it's work or pleasure, that's where Valerie's Kid Care comes in. We have been in business for 34 years. We are family owned and operated. We take kids from 0 to 5 years old. We enjoy playing, learning, and even preparing for kindergarten. We are located at 404 Belmont Street in Saginaw. Stop by or give us a call at 817-232-5971. Valerie's Kid Care. We treat your kids like they are our own.
Alrighty, folks, we are back with more Friday Night Football. As we get set, under 30 seconds left to go in the half, and here we go. Polytechnic with the run out to the right side, up past the 40, 45, 50, flag on the play, and slides down for a nice gain. That looked like Nate G. The G. So we'll see what the call is on the play. And here we have it. Well. All right, holding.
Pizza down. 2 seconds.
All right, a little bit of trouble, I guess, there with the in-stadium microphone for the referee there, but we did get that it was a... We did get that it was a holding call against Poly, and then they'll take a timeout with about 13 seconds left to go in the first half. They're facing a 3rd and 25 from, oh, correction, 3rd and 23 after the penalty from the 37, down by 14. Rangers, of course, leading 24-10. Well, folks, whether you're in the office or you're on the go, you can listen to all of our Peak One sports shows wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Hit that subscribe button and never miss your favorite Peak One sports shows. So after the timeout was taken by the Parrots, each team now with 1 timeout left. Only 13 seconds left to go, so it's kind of a now or never for the Parrots. And let's check. It looks like we might have a change at quarterback for the Parrots.
Be 3rd down and 23 from the 37-yard line.
And we do, but staying in that empty 5 wide receiver set, this time trips to the near side. Snaps back, fires out wide and intercepted by Chisholm Trail, and he's going back inside Parrot territory.
Pass intercepted by the Rangers.
And 3 seconds left on the clock in the half. What are we going to see by this powerful, potent Chisholm Trail Ranger offense? So just what head coach Rickland Holmes would want out of his defense. And there you go, folks.
Ball be placed at the 42-yard line. From there, first and 10, Rangers.
So first and 10 for the Rangers. We'll see if they're going to try to get aggressive with McGowan and throw it, as he's also in a 5-wide empty set. Texas High School football live on the Peak One Sports Network. Here we go. Clock is rolling. McGowan looking, fires out left, caught and down. And they're going to, oh, never mind, incomplete. And that, I mean, you couldn't ask for a more exciting way to finish out the first half. And so, your score at half, Chisholm Trail 24, Fort Worth Polytechnic 10. As always, we're going to have you watch the halftime shows from both of these schools' bands, just in case you're a fan of either one of these teams, or maybe you've got a family member or a friend in one of these bands. We'll leave it there, but don't forget, we'll also have our halftime score update brought to you by the Burleson Buzz with Ashton Nix. So real quick, before we go to half, a chat check. Let's see here, we've got Can't Count Me Out. Great work, boys. Loving the game. Go Chisholm Trail. And we appreciate you. And we invite you guys to stick around for the halftime show. And again, our score update. We'll be back with the second half coverage of Friday Night Football live right here on the Peak One Sports Network.
In a land far away, where creativity knows no bounds, there's a place where your imagination comes to life. At Apogee Graphics, we transform your ideas into stunning reality with top quality prints and 3D creations. Whether near or far, let your story unfold. Apogee Graphics, take your vision to new heights.
Thank you for calling the Pizza Bistro. Are you calling to order pickup or delivery? In case you didn't know, you can now order online at pizzatx.com. It's quick, easy, and convenient. Do it once and we'll save your address and preferences for future orders for even faster ordering. You can also download our app to your iPhone or Android device. It's practically like having a piece of pizza in your pocket. Search the Pizza Bistro in your phone's app store today. The downside is you'll never be able to hear this incredibly well-produced and cheerful on-hold message ever again. Guess what? Okay, we'll just tell you. The Boat Club Road location has a new game room for both kids and adults that has shiny new machines so cool you'll never want to leave. We also have games you can play right at your table. Trivia, ring toss, tic-tac-toe, and more. Hunker down and have a cold drink and a delicious pizza while you challenge your friends and family with fun entertainment for everyone. There are some things that every Texan holds close to their heart. ATM Live lets you make the most of those things by helping you quickly cover your banking needs. You can cash a check, make a withdrawal without a debit card, all with a live teller to lend a hand, and all without stepping foot in a branch. Because we know what matters most in this Texan life. After all, we're not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Let's hear it one more time for the Polytechnic. And now, please welcome to the field your Pride of Poly marching band. Tonight, the Pride of Poly will be playing their UIL show, Elevate. We thank them for their dedication to the Pride of Poly. And please welcome the Pride of Poly. Pride of Poly would like to wish the Ranger Regiment the best of luck in the rest of their season. Let's hear it one more time for the Pride of Poly.
Chisholm Trail High School is proud to present for your halftime entertainment the Chisholm Trail Ranger Regiment Band and the Charmers Drill Team. Tonight, the Charmers are being led on the field by Junior Lieutenant Audrey Cunningham, Junior Lieutenant Alejandro Martinez, Junior Lieutenant Ayana Williams, Senior Lieutenant Deyanara De La Rosa, Senior Lieutenant Shannon Todd, and Captain Alani Magia. The Charmers are under the direction of Sydney Denman and Tiffany Hill. The Charmers would like to honor the Charmer of the Week, Katie Theron, and the Spirit Charmer of the Week, Maddie Denton. Tonight, the Charmers will perform alongside their Bob or Sue to Yap. Please welcome the pride and joy of Chisholm Trail, the Charmers. The Charmers would like to give special thanks to a few of their sponsors: Jetcan AV, United Real Estate FW Properties, Megan Jewelry, Lone Star Financial Network, Denver, Uptown Cheesecake in Network, The Picket Chair, Salon Park, Stephen Barber State Farm, Linear Traffic Monkeys, Where Sea Advisors LLC, Smoking Threads, and Veterinary Emergency Group. Let's give it up one more time for the Charmers and their Bobs and Sues. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Chisholm High School is proud to present the Ranger Regiment Marching Band under the field direction of drum majors Layla Azizi, Caitlin Hicks, Noah Gomez, and Elliot Stoiter. The Ranger Regiment members of the week are our seniors. You can identify our Ranger Regiment seniors tonight by their purple plumes, tuba bell covers, or sashes. Tonight, the Ranger Regiment will present their 2024 production entitled States of Metal for the final time. We hope that you enjoy this final performance of States of Metal. Ranger Regiment, you may now take the field for tonight's halftime performance.
No way.
We are back at Ranger Stadium for this halftime score update brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. Let's start out with some 7-man high school football score updates. It's the end of the half, which also means the end of the game in Milford. Milford beats Walnut Springs 71-22. Of course, they have a 45-point mercy rule, so that game ended at the half. Milford looking to go to the playoffs if they can win next week versus Blum. Back to here in the DFW area, Colleyville Heritage over Burleson 35-7 there in the fourth quarter. Also in the fourth quarter, Joshua leads Cleburne 31-8. Mineral Wells leads Eagle Mountain 23-7 in the second half. Godley is beating Venus 65-0 in the fourth quarter. North Crowley over Mansfield right now in the third, 45-11. And of course, the score for this game right now at halftime, Chisholm Trail looking to clinch a playoff spot. They are currently beating Polytechnic 24-10. We'll be right back with the second half here on the Peak One Sports Network.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Ranger Regiment Marching Band. The band's under the direction of Derek Doyle, Emily Rivers, Ryan Miller, and Molly Owens. The percussion director is Ryan Miller, who is assisted by Kyle Roller and Jake Beck. The color guard director is Molly Owens, and she is assisted by Oscar Gonzalez. The visual tech is Logan. Finally, we would like to thank our sponsors, Gallery of Studio Photography, and the U.S. Army. Ranger fans, give it up for the Ranger Regiment Band, who placed 8th at the area finals last weekend.
And welcome back, folks, as we get set for the second half of Texas high school football live on the Peak One Sports Network. Excuse me. All right, so been an interesting game so far. We hope you guys enjoyed the halftime show and our score update with Ashton, brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. And we are under a minute left to go before kickoff. So we'll take a quick break, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back in time for kickoff right here. Stay tuned.
There are some things that every Texan holds close to their heart. ATM Live lets you make the most of those things by helping you quickly cover your banking needs. You can cash a check, make a withdrawal without a debit card, all with a live teller to lend a hand, and all without stepping foot in a branch. Because we know what matters most in this Texan life. After all, we're not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Well, we didn't lie to you, folks. We told you we'd be right back, and here we are, just in time for kickoff and the start of the second half. If you remember, Fort Worth Polytechnic deferred to the second half, so they will receive the kick to start the third quarter. As a reminder, the Rangers currently up 24-10. And both teams, of course, now back with their 3 timeouts each.
Second half kickoff.
So here we go, second half action of Friday Night Football. Make sure you guys follow Peak One Sports on all your social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest sports news and events. Follow us at Peak One Sports today. So after the kickoff, we'll do a real quick chat check. And the kick is up high and long, and it's going to go right in to the end zone for a touchback. So the ball will be moved out to the 25-yard line. They'll have a 1st and 10, and so let's go ahead and do that chat check. Ashton, what do you got for us?
Well, Ross, we have I Love Shrek saying close game against Poly is wild. Yeah, about a 14-point lead right now. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you. Also, Mason checking in with us at halftime, asking what the score was. So we hope that you noticed that we put the score back up on there for you. So we did see you. And just as a reminder, folks, you know, we love having you guys with us. If you're watching, listening, make sure you get in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching for, and maybe we'll even give you a shout out right here on the air. All right, and so we have a quarterback change for the Parrots. Number 3, Saidi Wasidi, is going to be the quarterback, and he's going to keep it. He's going up the middle, and he stopped with a short gain, not quite to the 30. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like about the 29. So it'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Parrots. Parrots looking to do something with this drive to get this game back into a manageable difference. Also, folks, just a reminder, you know, our topic of the week this week is going to be, is it too early to turn on those Christmas lights? Are you a after Thanksgiving person, or is it right after Halloween? As we get a snap and a handoff over to the right side, and this one is a fake, and oh my gosh, he's gone! Grabbed down from behind is number 3, Wasidi. And man, what a great fake that one. You guys know, if you watch, I always get tricked by those. And I mean, it took me about 20 yards to figure it out, but boy, what a big gain by the Parrots. So a 1st and 10 ball now on the 25-yard line of Chisholm Trail, knocking on the door, trying to do something. Tony Nix checking in on the chat, saying his wife says it's let's see here, never too late to get those Christmas lights up. Does Christmas Eve count, Tony? Let us know. So 10.5 minutes, another handoff over the right side. Nope, another keeper. He's going to run out of bounds inside the 20. Pretty decent gain there. And again, that'll be Wasidi. Well, if you're looking to help your team elevate their gameplay, then visit highandtight.com, where they're redefining ball security trading. Get your team ready with highandtight.com's top-rated trading aids that provide instant feedback to players. Use promo code PEAK1 for a 10% discount and help secure your team's success today. So 2nd and 4 from the 19 for the Parrots, and again, that kind of fake handoff, fake option, interesting call, and it works again for them, this time with enough yardage to get the 1st down. So now the Parrots knocking on the door is going to be short of a goal to go situation. So 1st and 10 from the 13. About 10 minutes left to go. Under 10 minutes, I apologize. So 4 wide, single back set. Chisholm Trail looking to bring the pressure, and this time they snuffed that one out, and they are just running number 3 with CD all the way back. So he'll get the forward progression on the play, but wasn't much. It'll go down as a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 now from the 14.
Behind line scrimmage, 2nd down and 11.
So, Ashton, I don't know if, let's see, let's get this play in here in a second as the Parrots are looking to the sideline, getting the call, and after that we'll do a chat check and address Johnny Hampton there in the chat. All right, so the snap was kind of bobbled, and he's running out to the left, able to turn the corner and get it upfield, and now back inside the original yardage.
Tiger by number 8, Omari Johnson, defense.
A gain. Short gain. Ball is going to be back on the 13.
Yeah, Ross, I have confirmed they are playing Azle in the first round as of now.
All right, so there you go, Johnny. Our Peak 1 producer, Ashton Nix, can confirm that they are slotted to play Azle in the first round of the playoffs. And Johnny, we're glad that you could join us. Thanks for hopping in on the chat. Hey, Johnny, why don't you tell us, is it too early to put out those Christmas lights, or is it right in time? We'll find out. Hopefully we'll hear from him during this timeout. We'll take a timeout with him, and we'll be right back with more coverage of Friday Night Football live right here on the Peak 1 Sports Network.
If your athlete struggles with ball security, visit highandtight.com and don't let another fumble cost you. Highandtight.com helps athletes of all ages learn the fundamentals of protecting the ball using advanced training tools and cutting-edge technology that provide instant audible feedback, helping players master their grip and hold on to the ball like never before. Visit highandtight.com and use promo code PEAK1 for 10% off today. That's highandtight.com, where games are won.
And we are back, and as promised, we have an answer from Johnny Hampton checking in the chat. He took down the Halloween decorations today, and the Christmas goes up Sunday night. So there we go, another vote, folks, for pre-Thanksgiving Christmas lights, as the Parrots are again in their 5 wide receiver formation, and the pressure's coming, and he escapes but doesn't get far. Brought down, and it looks like they might mark it as a loss, and they do. So we'll go back to 4th down, inside field goal range, with just about 8 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots looking to add 3 and kind of close that gap right now. And oh my goodness, that one looked, and it got deflected and then grabbed by a defender, Chisholm Trail, and nobody is, almost, he jukes left, and he goes all the way. And we talked about the power and play on both sides. And we have a flag, so don't get too excited, folks. Flag on the play. We'll have to see who the call is on. So that flag, hard to see in the yellow tee of the Chisholm Trail logo right there at the 50. And so this one has potential to be devastating for the Parrots, and also really disappointing for Chisholm Trail, depending on the call. So we have illegal blocking in the back against Chisholm Trail. They will maintain possession of the ball. It will be first down, but the touchdown comes off the board.
No touchdown on the play. Block was kicked by number 27, Jordan Goodwin Allen. Return back.
So excellent return on the play there. 27, Jordan Goodwin Allen. He's a junior defensive back, 6'1", 190, and showed the speed and the moves on that one. And unfortunate for him that somebody made that illegal block in the back. So about 7.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and we're going to get a 1st and 10, ball spotted on the 35 for Chisholm Trail. All right, folks, press coverage backing up, and a run by Quintana up the middle. Good gain. We'll call it about 5. We'll see where the spot is. Looks like they're going to call it a gain of 4 and spot it at the 39.
Williams Quintana on the carry for the Rangers. Second by number 24, Bertram Jones.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 now, approaching 7 minutes left to go in the third, and a run out to the left side by Quintana. Beats 1, beats 2, and he's almost all alone. Can he beat the last defender? Looks like he can, and he's in. And right there, folks, Quintana breaks the century mark, over 100 yards rushing tonight, and goes to 16 touchdowns on the season for the Rangers. What a run by Quintana. Your score now 30-10 in favor of the Rangers, looking to make it 31-10. And you know, head coach Ricklin Holmes is, as we mentioned earlier, excited about the opportunity to give Chisholm Trail their very first ever playoff appearance. And with the kick, that's good by Roman Hernandez. Those chances have just increased.
After the main extra points, score now reads Parrots 10, your Rangers 31.
Well, folks, let us know what you think about that one in the chat. Big time play. Both of these offenses with excellent running plays on display tonight. And now the Parrots will look to answer the long touchdown run by Quintana. Well, folks, let Peak One Sports get you ready for your sports weekend. Listen to the leadoff Saturday mornings on the Peak One Sports Network. So Chisholm Trail ready to kick it off again to the Parrots. Hoping for another big defensive stand. Kick is away, long, and bouncing into the end zone is the kick from Roman Hernandez.
Kick by Hernandez.
Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more high school football live on Friday Night Football right here on the Peak One Sports Network.
Hello, fellow dog lovers. Korri Bennett here, owner and head trainer at the Dapper Dog Academy, located in Cleburne, Texas. As a passionate dog enthusiast, I've dedicated nearly 10 years to helping you and your furry friends achieve a happy and harmonious relationship. Whether you are seeking basic obedience or have specific behavioral goals, I tailor each training session to meet the unique needs of your pup. My goal is to make training an enjoyable experience for you and your dog. Contact the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook or at the number below and let us help you bring out the very best in your furry family member.
Welcome back, folks. Just in time for the first snap of the drive for the Parrots. Wasidi in the backfield. Running back to his right. Keeps it. Jukes out. Gets outside and is up and shakes another, but steps out of bounds. Shy of the 40-yard line. So big gain on the play by Wasidi on the QB keeper. That'll set up another first down for the Parrots.
First down.
So here we have it, 1st and 10 from the 37, under 7 minutes to play. The Parrots high snap back, and Chisholm Trail is all over it. Led on the charge by Brendan Clark, the linebacker. Senior, 6'2", 215 pounds, and I can only imagine Wasidi looking up after grabbing that ball off the field and seeing that big defender running at him. I mean, what are you going to do? I'd probably scream and throw the ball in the air. I don't know if I could take a hit from a guy that big. Especially, being around 20 years younger than me, I might not survive. But nevertheless, it's 2nd and 27 now, under 6 minutes left to play. Ball is on the 20. Another snap. Off to the left side, running up past the 35. So really great run on the play to gain back some of the yardage lost on the first down with that high snap.
Ball carrier number 7, James Queen. Brought down by number 27, Goodwin Allen.
So we have number 17, Anthony Collins, on the roster as the ball carrier on that one. And we'll get set for a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 from the 36. Snap back, another keeper out, and this time wrapped up by the ankle and brought down by the Chisholm Trail defensive line.
Wasidi on the carry.
So it's going to be 4th down, and at this point, you might expect the Parrots to have to go for it, but it looks like we're getting a change for the lineup. So we'll see if they have a punt coming, and it looks like we do. So Chisholm Trail very happy to get the ball back in this situation. Under 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Punt is up and away and will be fielded and caught for a fair catch by number 5, Terrence Dukes. Also listed as an Ironman athlete, Terrence Dukes is a senior this year, coming in 5'9", 165. So probably a smart call by him to go ahead and take the fair catch, get the ball from the 30 and not risk taking the big hit or getting stripped of the ball. So again, a look at our overhead camera here, just beautiful view tonight for you. Perfect weather for Texas high school football. As you heard, Bo Bates, our Peak 1 weatherman, give the report that those fall temperatures are here, and McGowan will fall for a loss after the sack by the Polytechnic Parrots. That one looked like that was going to be Joshua Romero, number 77, credited with the sack, and that's going to bring up 2nd and extra long, 2nd and 17 from the 23 for the Rangers. Folks, make sure you're getting in the chat if you're watching and listening, letting us know who you're watching for, who you're rooting for, and maybe you have a prediction. Go ahead and throw it out there as Quintana gets another run up the middle, and again, breaking wide, big blocks in front of him, but this time looks like he's brought down from behind after another big gain, and that one will put him over 150 yards on the ground tonight. Brought down by number 17, Anthony Collins. So Collins coming up with a potentially touchdown-saving tackle for the Parrots, and the Rangers will continue to ride on down the field now in Parrot territory with 1st and 10 from the 37. Hand off to Quintana to the right. Able to break outside, get past the blocker, stays on his feet for the first down, and up inside the 25 goes Quintana. And folks, we've still got a little bit left to play in the 3rd quarter and the entire 4th quarter left to play. And with the running by Quintana tonight, you know, it could be safe to say that he could approach 200 yards on the ground. Ashton, what do you think?
Completely agree with you, Ross. I mean, until this Parrot defense can figure out for some answer for Quintana, I just keep running it, especially when you're up multiple scores here this late in the game.
And the Panthers elect to do just that with another run for Quintana over the left side, and another big gain, this time of 9. So let us know in the chat, folks. What do you think? Will Quintana break 200 yards rushing tonight? Currently sitting just shy of 172 yards on the ground tonight. Let us know what you think in the chat. And also, make sure, if you're watching, go ahead, give us a subscribe on YouTube. Give us a like on Facebook. Tell your friends, tell your family. Go knock on your neighbor's front door and tell them Friday Night Football is here on Peak One Sports. McGowan hands off to Quintana up the middle. Gain is good enough for the first down.
Westover on carry. Player by number 45, Emmanuel Ramirez.
And just add those yards on the total for Quintana. 3 touchdowns tonight for Quintana, bringing his season total to 16. McGowan shotgun. Handoff, Quintana right side, lots of field, lots of open space, pushed out around the 5.
Westover on the carry. Push out of bounds by number 1, Nate G of the defense. Short game.
So now it will be 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Rangers, knocking on the door again. Make sure you stay tuned, folks. We're going to have some more score updates brought to you by the Burleson Buzz coming up shortly. As we see McGowan, handoff, left side. Guess who, folks? It's Quintana, 4 touchdowns tonight, and he's going crazy. Rightly so, wearing number 23, standing up on his bench, letting his fans know that he means business. Wow, 4 touchdowns for Quintana tonight. 17 touchdowns on the ground, bringing the Rangers up to 37 points, awaiting the PAT, which is up and good. So your score, under 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Chisholm Trail Rangers, 38. The Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots, 10. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back with more coverage of Texas high school football on Friday Night Football on the Peak One Sports Network.
With 2 decades of design and graphics experience, Apogee Graphics provides a wide variety of print options to meet your advertising needs. Visit apogeegraphics.com and take your vision to new heights.
And we are back, and we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us, folks. Remember, we do this for you. Whether you're a fan or a student or a staff member or a parent or any kind of family member of any of the kiddos playing tonight, make sure you let us know in the chat where you're watching from. So, a 4-touchdown lead for the Rangers with 4 touchdowns for Quintana. It's a whole lot of 4s. Chisholm Trail ready to kick off.
Hernandez on a kick.
Kick is away. Bouncing, going, and saved by the pylon. Just inside that pylon.
Hernandez kick.
Saving Chisholm Trail from a, illegal procedure on the kickoff. Does go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Parrots of Polytechnic will get the ball 1st and 10 from the 25. Do you have a large group you need to feed? Blow their minds with the biggest pizza in Texas. The Pizza Bistro's 24-inch Texan pizza can be cut into 45 squares of deliciousness, only at the Pizza Bistro. So now, Wasidi in the backfield. Got a running back with him, a fullback in there, it looks like. Could be a tight end. 2 wide to the left, and a run over to the left. Good for a short gain. We'll call it a gain of 2 to bring up 2nd and 8.
Short gain. 2nd down.
But whether you're looking to promote a business, an event, or a personal project, Apogee Graphics is there to take your vision to new heights. With top quality printing and design services, Apogee Graphics is your go-to partner for all things graphic. Team up with Apogee Graphics today and create something amazing together. So 2nd and 8 from the 27 for Polytechnic. Oh, and we've got movement, and there's a flag. That did not take long. So that Polytechnic line got a little bit of an early start. That'll be a false start. So they'll move it back and make that 2nd down a little bit longer. 2nd and 13 now from the 22. About a minute left to play in the quarter. If you're seeking a superior energy drink to replace those inferior caffeinated beverages, Dubby contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and 0 proprietary blends. Handoff up the middle. Back to the original line of scrimmage and not much more. Speaking about Dubby, that coffee fruit extract, it's the star of the delicious drink, helping you energize without the jitters or crash. Order Dubby using code PEAK1 and enjoy 10% off your purchase today. So it looks like we might have a timeout on the field.
Okay, he's telling him to start the clock.
Waiting to see. Looks like Fort Worth Polytechnic has been charged a timeout with the clock still running.
Short gain in previous play. That play will take to the end of the 3rd quarter.
All right, so they will just take it with the clock running to the 4th quarter, and we're gonna start the 4th quarter after a short break. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
Hello, fellow dog lovers. Korri Bennett here, owner and head trainer at the Dapper Dog Academy, located in Cleburne, Texas. As a passionate dog enthusiast, I've dedicated nearly 10 years to helping you and your furry friends achieve a happy and harmonious relationship. Whether you are seeking basic obedience or have specific behavioral goals, I tailor each training session to meet the unique needs of your pup. My goal is to make training an enjoyable experience for you and your dog. Contact the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook or at the number below and let us help you bring out the very best in your furry family member.
All right, folks, so we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Chisholm Trail up 38-10 over the Fort Worth Polytechnic Parrots. And there's the snap, looking deep, got a man, but cannot catch up to it. That pass was a little far ahead of his intended receiver. And that quarterback change that we've seen showing itself. Unable to connect on that one. And so remember, folks, it was 3rd and 9 starting the fourth quarter. And after that incomplete pass is now 4th and 9 from the 26. The Parrots making a couple changes. Looking like they're in the punting formation. The lone man back for the Rangers to receive the punt, and this one they're going to let it bounce and bounce out of bounds at about the 43. Well, folks, make sure you follow Peak One Sports on all your social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest sports news and events. Follow us at Peak One Sports Today, or hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Go ahead and give us a sub, and we'll make sure we do our best to keep you up to date with all of the happenings around the world of sports. So 1st and 10 now for the Rangers. McGowan in a shotgun set, 3 wide receivers, got Quintana in the backfield with him. Fake to Quintana, and a big shot downfield. Man's open, and he's got it, and he's all alone, and they'll do it again. Another big touchdown brought to you courtesy of number 8, Amari Johnson. And with that, Amari Johnson looks to go over the century mark in receiving yards tonight. We told you earlier in the Pinnacle Bank pregame show, he's averaging about 88 yards per game. And tonight, raising that average, certainly. So great route running on the play. Kick is up and good, and it's all gravy now, folks. They're just throwing the gravy on. 45-10 is your score. And I think it's getting close to where you could say that the Chisholm Trail Rangers, led by head coach Holmes, are going to have their first ever playoff appearance in school history. So we did have a flag on the PAT. So that will be enforced on the kickoff.
Extra point, stays good.
And we've seen a lot of displays of offensive dominance here in these last few minutes of this football game, leading into halftime and then also coming out of halftime. Remember, first play of the game was a huge touchdown, Amari Johnson, and then now Amari gets his second touchdown in the second half to have a total of 2 for tonight's game. Well, if you're looking to help your team elevate their gameplay, then visit highandtight.com, where they are redefining ball security training. Get your team ready with highandtight.com's top-rated training aids that provide instant feedback to your players. Use promo code PEAK1 for a 10% discount and help secure your team's success today. So that penalty was assessed on the kickoff, and it was against Fort Worth. And oh boy, almost had a field goal. Just kidding. I mean, of course it wouldn't have counted, but looked like it might have been good, that kickoff. Quite the leg on Roman Hernandez.
Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. From there, first and 10 Parrots.
Well, as we mentioned, folks, the temperature's dropping, starting to get a little bit chilly, and this game is starting to cool off, as you could imagine that it is about 69 degrees right now. So thank you very much for that weather update there. Appreciate you. But you could imagine that Rickland Holmes is going to be looking to run a lot more clock in this one, and so he'll be looking for his defense to come up with the big play, as we have Wasidi in the gun with the snap, keeps it, faking that handoff play, and this time outside and able to miss one, but then runs right into the very purple group of Chisholm Trail Rangers. All right, folks, let's do another score update with scores from around the area, brought to you by the Burleson Buzz. Ashton, what do you have for us?
A lot of finals throughout the DFW area. Colleyville Heritage beats Burleson 35-14. Joshua beating Cleburne 31-8, their first 5-win season since 1996, and Eagle Mountain falling to Mineral Wells 26-13.
First 5-win season since the 90s, and the Parrots will run it to the left and just get gobbled up in the backfield. That was number 7 for the Parrots. That was James Queen on the run. And correction, that was actually a gain of about 3, so not a loss on the play. Weird angle for me up here, folks. I do apologize, but it'll be 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 28-yard line. And the Parrots, looking to do something big. And they need it to happen soon if they want to spoil the playoff ambitions of Chisholm Trail. So it looks like the Parrots are going to use another timeout, leaving him with 1. Just under 9 minutes left to go in the game. We'll take a short timeout with him, and we'll be right back on the Peak One Sports Network.
There are some things that every Texan holds close to their heart. ATM Live lets you make the most of those things by helping you quickly cover your banking needs. You can cash a check, make a withdrawal without a debit card, all with a live teller to lend a hand, and all without stepping foot in a branch. Because we know what matters most in this Texan life. After all, we're not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
All right, folks. Back with the 3rd and 7 for the Parrots. Wasidi, 5 wide, empty backfield. Puts a man in motion. It's James Queen. Wasidi takes a look at the play clock, takes the snap. Rolling a little bit, looking, pressure coming, throws, and almost intercepted again by the Chisholm Trail defense. Just a little too high for his wide receiver, number 1, Nate G. And so another 4th down for the Parrots. So some more scores from around the area. Denton Ryan over Brewer, 31-7. Aledo over Azle, 77-14. Boswell losing to Weatherford, 17-9. And Ashton, did you just update us on all of those? Did I just double update them?
No, you're good.
Okay, I got nervous there. As we see a punt from the Parrots, a Parrot punt.
No, Ross, you're good. A lot happening behind the scenes here on Friday Night Football.
Always a lot of action. So we're going to get the punt, of course, was called for a fair catch. So Chisholm Trail will take over.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming on the field for the remainder of the
Folks, make sure if you're still watching, make sure you get in the chat and just let us know what you think about our off-topic topic of the game. That clock's still running right now. And I imagine that's what head coach Rickland Holmes wants, is this time he hands off in the backfield. Looked like 25 to me, and that was Korri. He's listed as a senior running back, 6 feet, exactly 195 pounds. And he's going to come out of the game. So we'll see if we're going to see more of Quintana. Now, let's see what we got going here. That clock's still going. Chisholm Trail looking to just run the clock down to close out this game. All right, so there was a penalty on the defense. So they're gonna go ahead and move it up a little bit, but the clock is still going. So McGowan out of the backfield. That's shotgun set, 2 wide. This time a handoff. It is Quintana, he's still pushing, and oh boy, did we see a fumble? Did we see a fumble from Quintana? We might have, folks, let's see. Okay, so the officials are showing to have the clock continue. The chains are moving, and there's a first down and 10 on the board for Chisholm Trail. So they ruled Quintana down before the ball came out. And so with just under 5.5 left to go, a flag on the play. So it'll be a false start on Chisholm Trail. They're just going to go ahead and move that one right on back. Oh, well, just move on back down the field. Well, folks, make sure that you join us all week on the Peak One Sports Network on YouTube and Facebook, because we've got a pretty good lineup of shows for you, which I'll go ahead and tell you about after this 1st and 15. So this time, an end around and dragged down short of the line of scrimmage. It looked like Darian Ward, number 12, the senior wide receiver, 5'9", 160. And so now 2nd and 16 after the loss of 1. Approaching 4 minutes left to go before Chisholm Trail secures their very first playoff appearance in school history. And boy, are we happy to bring it to you live, folks. So the clock still rolling, under 4 minutes, another handoff. This time stopped a little bit short of the original down and distance marker. We'll call it a correction. It was to exactly the original line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10 from the 48. Chisholm Trail just barely inside Parrot territory, just on the other side of their logo. So we've got another 4 wide set. McGowan back, looking, fires out, wide open again, and this time shakes one and trying to break free and dragged down after a great second effort by guess who, folks? Number 12, Darian Ward. Good for the first down. And boy, that just about puts a nail in the coffin for the Parrots. Under 3 minutes left to play in the game. First and 10 from the 24 for the Rangers, leading by a score of 45-10 and looking to do more. This time, 2 receivers for McGowan. He is back and he's looking. Pressure coming. Oh, he escapes, but we have a flag. Throws it quickly up the field. And number 19 on the reception gets up to like inside the 5. So number 19, Jason Oliver, he's listed as a fullback, 6'1", 200. And let's see what the flag is. It was thrown over here on this side of the field. But folks, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more coverage of Friday Night Football right here on the Peak One Sports Network.
With 2 decades of design and graphics experience, Apogee Graphics provides a wide variety of print options to meet your advertising needs. Visit apogeegraphics.com and take your vision to new heights.
Your go-to destination for mouth-watering Texas barbecue is right here in Fort Worth. Try Red's Barbecue today, located at 7335 Boat Club Road, and sink your teeth into some delicious barbecue smoked low and slow over authentic Texas post oak wood. That's Red's Barbecue, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Drive-thru now available. If your athlete struggles with ball security, visit highandtight.com and don't let another fumble cost you. Highandtight.com helps athletes of all ages learn the fundamentals of protecting the ball using advanced training tools and cutting-edge technology that provide instant audible feedback, helping players master their grip and hold on to the ball like never before. Visit highandtight.com and use promo code PEAK1 for 10% off today. That's highandtight.com, where games are won.
Welcome back, folks. Just in time for the 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Rangers. That clock still rolling. Approaching 2 minutes left to play. McGowan takes the snap, handoff over to the right side. And this time, a big stop by the Parrot defense after the run by number 44, Isaiah Lugo, the senior, listed as a defensive lineman, 5'11", 205 pounds. And you could see head coach Ricklin Holmes for Chisholm Trail giving everybody a chance to touch the ball tonight, even letting the big guys carry. So clock still rolling here, 2nd and 10 from the 24. 4 wide for the Rangers. And a flag on the play. It will be a false start against Chisholm Trail. So they're going to move it back, make it a 2nd and 15. But guess what? The clock's still rolling. Can't say necessarily that is strategy, but boy, is it working out for them. All that time coming off the clock, and the game clock, or correction, the play clock resets. So now McGowan with the snap, looking left to a quick route out to the left side, and breaks 1, breaks 2, gets up inside the 20 for a nice gain. Gain of about 10. Not quite good enough for the first down. The Dapper Dog Academy is a top-notch dog training academy located in Cleburne, Texas. Owner and head trainer Korri Bennett has nearly 10 years of experience helping your canine companions become the best version of themselves. Contact Korri and the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook and book your consultation today. Well, there you have it, folks. Time expires here at Rangers Stadium, and boy, what a game And I can only imagine the elation by Chisholm Trail defeating Fort Worth Polytechnic 45-10 and securing a guaranteed spot in the playoffs. First year head coach Ricklin Holmes told these players, as I mentioned before, he wanted to make this his seniors, their senior year, the best year. And what a better way to close out senior night here at Ranger Stadium for Chisholm Trail. Well, folks, it's been a real good game. It's been a fun game. And it was real fun to bring it to you live here on Friday Night Football on the Peak One Sports Network. Make sure you tune in next week as we'll have the game of the year for Peak One. The undefeated Saginaw Rough Riders playing against this Chisholm Trail team who put up all that offensive power. Quintana did not go over 200, but boy, got close. And Amari Johnson did go over 100 on receiving yards. What a display by this Chisholm Trail team. Well, folks, that'll do it for us tonight. We appreciate you watching, tuning in, getting involved in the chat, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Friday Night Football live on the Peak One Sports Network.